Well, good afternoon, and we're back. We're back in the man cave. We're back in the UK, and the star of the show is there. Blizzard. What can I say? Performed impeccably. 3,000 miles. Sounds better. 5,000 kilometres sounds better, doesn't it, really? But yeah, 3,000 miles. From front door to front door, back door to back door, whichever way you want to look at it. Of course, the disaster of the trip has been the helmet mic, the microphone. Like an idiot, I took no spare. I pared everything down to the lightest weight I could carry, which included leaving the spare microphone. That wasn't by design, that was just a mistake. So what it means is from getting on the ferry at Hirtshals for Bergen all the way through and back, I've had no helmet mic. What I've done is I've tried to give some sort of a commentary, if you like, with my visor open, travelling slowly at times, and it's, from what I can tell, it's sort of worked out, but there's an awful lot of footage, and there's an awful lot of footage without any commentary at all, which just, it's not me. So what I'm going to do, I've never really been sorry, I've got a wasp here. I've never really been ever so good with voiceover stuff. I'm not so good at commentary, to be honest, but yeah, I've got various different ideas of how to sort it out, but I'll try and work something out. But either way, I'll be putting videos out. There's mountain passes, as you can expect, lots of twisties, and there's gravel tracks. One of the things I went out there to have a look at was one or two gravel tracks. So, you know, hopefully it'll be something watchable that comes out. But this first one, this will be basically getting on and off the ferry at Bergen, a very wet Bergen, by the way. Speaking to people, it rains in Bergen quite a lot, more so than anywhere else in Norway, from what I can make out. And then the first day riding across into the hills, into Norway itself, and towards Geiranger Fjord. But have a look anyway, see what you think. Like I say, I'm going to try and sort out some voiceover stuff, and see what comes out. Okay, I make no promises, but I'll make the effort. All right. Oh, by the way, hat, Norge, yeah, Viking, yeah, had to be done. Anyway, all right, yeah. So tell me what you think. All right, okay. Good to be back though. Cheers.
That's it, we're on board. Let's see what it's like in the cabin. See you in a bit. Well, I know you probably can't hear me, but we've arrived in Norway. At Bergen with no microphone. Look at the size of that thing. Costa Diadema. Jesus, that's big. And it's raining. That's one big canoe. This is our little thing, the Stavanger Fjord. I'm going to switch off because I want to save the event. Well, good morning, and here we are on the outskirts of Bergen, in Norway at last. I know I've got no microphone in my helmet, but I'm going to carry on filming and try and sort out voiceovers when I get home. But what a fantastic place. The building in front of us now, that's the Montana hostel where I stayed this last night. An 18 bed bunkhouse, well, bunk room shall we say, with a mixed group, very mixed group of people, mainly students. But up at the top there, right up on the top, 634 metres is the peak there. Ulrika, that's the cable car I went up on yesterday, to celebrate getting it really. But the approach yesterday on the ferry was spellbinding really, up the coast. I'm just so glad we got here, that's all. Today I'm going to go part way up towards Trollstigen to the village of Forde at the end. Let's see where we get. Like I say, I will be filming where it matters, but I'll have to do voiceover, which is something I've not been very good at in the past, but it's a matter of having to learn. Right then, let's have a go at some sort of a narrative, shall we? See how it goes. This is the first time. Bear in mind, once we go along this road, we're on our way down over to catch the ferry at Fjord, which is a first for me, obviously. But I'm coming through this scenery. I mean, these mountains either side of us. People have often said to me that, yeah, Norway, it's a bit like Scotland, but on steroids. No. It's like Scotland on super steroids. It really is. I'm really struggling at this point
to come to terms with the scale of things. Everything's so close, everything's so high, and I'm struggling to take it all in. I'm sure it'll be easier later in the trip, but at the minute and these roads, as you can see, these roads are just, the tarmac is as good as it looks. It really is, and there's precious little traffic on them, and it's just marvellous. It's just absolutely marvellous. There's no two ways, no other way of putting it. It's just a beautiful place to ride. At the minute, we're in comparatively small stuff compared to what I'm aiming for further across into the country. But we got a fjord crossing down in front of us, and then we're aiming for my first overnight at I think it's pronounced Forde. It's Ford with an E at the end of it anyway. But we'll get there and then regroup tomorrow morning and see where we go from there. But at the minute, it's looking good, it's feeling good, and it is good, absolutely. So let's see how we go.
I don't know if you can hear me, but this is the first time my ferry's across the fjords. This is one of the special parts of this trip. Is the journey takes us across these fjords, all organised, all well organised. I registered with an organisation called Ferry with my registration number and my bank account, and it just takes the money out of my bank account. I think I get charged at the end of each month or something like that. This is absolutely marvellous. This is where it was meant to stay, I'm not sure. I honestly can't believe what I'm doing here. This is just... it's just incredible. I think I was supposed to come to the front of the queue. I've been told, it's been read somewhere that motorcycles go to the front of the queue. Anyway, I'll come back in a bit. So we've crossed our first fjord. Just sometimes it's just too much to talk. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful.
So what we got now, that we're coming to now. This is the last few miles, I suppose, into the town of Forde, which is where I'm spending the night. And it's a little bit of taste of things to come, because we're starting to get some twisties, some bendy bits, and this is just as we drop down towards Forde itself. Forde is where I'll be taking my first night's accommodation as we cross country, and this is where I'll call this one a day, I think, when we get into Forde, and then carry on with tomorrow's journey, if you like, across towards Fjord and Trollstigen as well. It really is the good stuff, obviously, but for the moment this is good enough for me. But like I say, we'll call it a day here and kick off again tomorrow. Guest house and camping, Forde. Beautiful location. Reception. Just that. Right, I'll go and introduce myself and we'll see what's to do. Tusen tack, which means thank you.